My name is Deterion Richardson, a.k.a. Dewey, and I play linebacker for the Las Vegas Sundevils. Like that.
Play Apex in the championship this weekend. I don't really think they fucking with us like that. Like we in the championships, we just play way better. Like they beat us in the regular season.
My least favorite coach, probably Jeff, because he be tripping all the time, always yelling. He just be loud and rowdy. So.
Give me your best impression of Jeff.
Strap it up, sound off. We finna do a Lee Hidden.
This recent playoff game, we played the Henderson Cowboys. We came out victorious. We got our get back, and now we're ready for the championship.
I feel good about the win, but at the same time, I knew we was gonna win because I just tell everybody before the in the group chat to stay locked in.
It felt good to be Henderson after losing to them in the regular season. I wasn't here last season, but they lost in the playoffs to them, so it felt good just to knock them out.
The win over the Henderson Cowboys was a really huge win for us, considering we lost to them twice. And it was a really big game for us, and that win just really made us happy. And we're hoping that win will carry over into the championship game. And our mentality going into this game is just kill some shit and make sure we win this game at all costs.
I feel like we can beat them because when we played them last time, they wasn't really all that. So I feel like we're better than them. We're a better team. We can work harder. We just can't get down on ourselves, and we gotta communicate more and just work as a team.
After a hard-fought game against the Henderson Cowboys, the Forkham boys found themselves on the end of victory. Recognizing why last week was tough, this week was going to be tougher. There is no denying the Apex Predators will be bringing along a level of confidence and talent on both ends of the ball. However, the Forkham boys knew if they played their game, no one could stop them from hosting up the trophy at the end of the season.
What young men don't know is that we as older men, we exist at different points. We exist as different people at different points in time, right? And I was animated at the last game. And I think what people might not understand unless they really know me, unless they're my friends, is that I am actually a really animated person. I am really emotional to a certain level. And we all have a default emotion, so I can understand what the young men get to. I think part of the commonality of our experience, whether we talk different, whether we look different, whether we're from different regions of the country, is that we can all tap into the angst of a common upbringing. And when we really tap into that, I don't think anything can stop that, because I think that mutual experience that we share, that controlled anger, I think it could be extremely productive on a football field, and I think that's the nexus of what we need to tap into.
I feel good because we won, and at the same time, I feel mad a little bit because I didn't get to play due to my injuries with my arm. But by the time the championship comes, I'm going to be ready to go. I'm just ready to play. All my anger going to go out into this game. That's how I didn't get to play last game.
It feels good to win or to get to the championship, but I've been out for a few games, and it feels good going into the championship against Apex, and Apex is an alright team, but it's going to be a pretty good game. Like, anything that comes on my side, getting clamped up.
I feel like everything we've been doing with the boys is finally starting to show on the field. You know what I mean? They carrying it over. All the work we've been putting in, and you know, all the grinding we've been doing, it's starting to show. You feel me? They actually starting to gel. It's kind of sad that there's a few players that's no longer a part of this, that they're not here to experience this part, because I really wanted them to be there. But you know, we kept it pushing, kept it moving. Unfortunately, we about to play against one of them this coming weekend in this championship. So I hope, you know, my boys ready, because we coming to, you know, we coming to get that ring for sure.
The Apex Predators were a worthy foe. A wire-to-wire matchup earlier this season ended with the Predators walking away on top. The Forkham boys weren't interested in repeating that same scenario this week. Conquering some of their own internal battles last week had them going into this week locked in.
I think the boys still have another level within them, right? You know, just looking back at the potential that we know our players have. We know what these boys are capable of. And, you know, as they start to grow, these ain't the same 5-year-olds that, you know, they was coaching a couple years ago. You know, these boys, they starting to get their own opinions. They're starting to get their own perspectives on not only football, but life, right? And how do you navigate through that? And I think, you know, some growing pains for us this season, but I feel like, you know, we meshing. I feel like it's all coming together. You know, just respecting their own journey.
I think the contribution I made to the team to make it this far is whenever I'm needed, I've been able to step in and make a big throw every once in a while whenever I'm needed. And I think I've been able to lead kids on the sideline a little bit, just lead them into like motivating our other players, our starters.
I feel like my leadership and hard work on and off the field helps contribute to the team, because like when the teammates down, help them pick their heads back up.
What I did to get my team to the championship is just stay motivated, stay mad, and just play hard and go 100%. I just pick up your head and just stay locked in, and we got this for sure. And if you just keep that same energy, then we're gonna do good.
Having focus, piping the team up when we losing, even if we is winning, and my defense reading, my good passes.
The road to this weekend hadn't been an easy one. A season that involved the loss of key talent to injury, incorporating and developing new players, and providing a platform for new voices. Despite these adversities, the team managed to adapt, evolve, and overcome week after week. No one outside their camp expected them to be here this week. And last week's performance didn't win over all their critics. The Forkham boys were the underdog. It's time to go make it happen. No inspirational speech is necessary.
My mentality going into the championship game is come out victorious, win, ball.
Anything that come across my face, I'm smacking, I'm picking, I'm taking that shit to the house.
I keep myself motivated because, like, you gotta just have, like, heart.
I gotta make sure the team focused and not playing around. Everybody gotta be at practice so we can win this championship. We're gonna be lacking in the game.
I got heart. A lot.
This game is gonna be a lot different. We coming to get that W. We're not coming to play at all. We coming to, you know, clock in, put that work in, and get up out of there with a ring on our finger. You feel me? Apex is a great team. They got some great coaches, but I just don't think that they can amount to the shit we got going on over here at the Sundevils camp.
There's indication that this was going to be a low-scoring game. With both teams familiar with one another, it seemed as though they were locked in on what the other one was trying to accomplish and take advantage of. As a result, the defenses were flying around, disguising, and putting themselves in situations to make big plays. The thing about a defensive bout is it's similar to chess. One move, and the whole entire momentum could shift. This week, the Forkham boys will be in a position that they hadn't seen themselves in yet in the playoffs. That's playing from behind. Would the Forkham boys offense be able to respond? As they've done all year, the defense stepped up when they were needed the most. Walking away with an interception, putting themselves in position to be able to go and win it all. Into halftime, coaching staff put an emphasis on making sure that the Forkham boys control what was controlled. Focus on the next play. Was a message that resonated on the sideline.
Two of them go on the line. You don't have to come down and crash that shit, bro. You gotta come down and crash. He's like in Garrett. I'm telling you, Junior, watch the swing. You have no reason down there.
There's no question the defense was stepping up and keeping them in the game. Responding to every blow the Predators threw, the Forkham boys were right there. Going into the fourth quarter, the Forkum boys were faced with the challenge of digging deeper and turning the tide of the game by finding themselves falling short of their goal this season. And in the final moments, as the sideline watched GVK roll to the outside, dodging the fleet of defenders on his way, the ball gravitates in the air, and on the other end, you see the Forkum boys right there with everything in their grasp. But an incredible defensive play will result in them falling short of their goal this season. Ending the season on an interception isn't how these boys envisioned it. However, there was no question that they had experienced success in their own right, that they had lived up and exceeded their own potential and expectations for the season.
Oh yeah, you know what it mean when you see them pitchforks, baby. What that mean?
It means Sundevil season, baby.